Good news, weather, sports, events, cooking, music, and more right here on your Madison County Weather Channel. Watch at MadisonKYLive.com, YouTube, Facebook, and Roku. Madison County Emergency Management wants to remind you, know your zone. Check them out, Madison County Emergency Management, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
The Home and Community-Based Waiver Program, funded by Medicaid and administered through the Madison County Health Department, enables senior adults or persons of any age with disabilities to continue to live in their own homes. Attendant care services include light housekeeping, personal care assistance, mobility assistance, and other services. Call the Home and Community-Based Waiver Program today to speak to program staff at 859-623-3441. That's 859-623-3441.
Metro Net Fiber. Love your internet. 100% fiber optic network for home, office, education, and business. Madison County Live and Good News is brought to you by these great sponsors. And now, from the luxurious studios of Madison County Live, located in Southern Hills Plaza, it's the weekend edition of Madison County Live. Hey, we do have a big show tonight, Colleen.
That's right. Coming up next, what do we have?
Hey, David Eastham is going to be here from the Madison County Health Department. He's a health educator. He's got some really interesting statistics about post-COVID middle school and high school student survey results, so you're not going to want to miss that.
Okay.
And, of course, we have a special video about emergency alert radios coming out.
The
I'm pretty
new
excited.
radios.
That's right.
I know.
Brought to you by Madison County Emergency Management, and a special segment concerning Black History Month with Ricky Pryor and Shaka Cummings from Berea College. You're not going to want to miss that segment.
Very good. And we are wrapping up Heart Month here in Madison County and across the nation. Exercise with Candace. We'll see what she has us doing this week, Randy.
And
the Cane Pole Fishing Report. All that and more coming up next.
That's right. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Visit MadisonKYLive.com 24/7 and watch Good News, local weather forecasts, daily sports updates, and upcoming events 24/7. Madison County Live. It's good news.
We watch Madison County Live, and you should too.
We watch Madison County Live, and you should too.
Hi, my name's Ian, and I watch Good News on Madison County Live, and you should too.
Welcome back, everybody, to the weekend edition of Madison County Live. How was your week?
It was fantastic.
Excellent.
It was a great week in Madison County. How about you?
You know, I was wearing shorts on Thursday.
Yes, we all know based on your social media.
Parka and long johns on Friday.
You didn't share that part. We saw the shorts, but
No, you couldn't see me. All I had was my
thankfully
little
missed
face.
the parka and long johns.
I look like, what's his name? Kenny from South Park.
That's right. It is officially that time in Madison County where you never know what you're going to get
Dress and layers.
unless you watch.
That's right. The 24/7, 365 MadisonKYLive.com live Weather Channel forecast. That was a great segue.
Well, thanks. Try my best. It takes a while sometimes, but I get there.
Good news coming up next week.
Okay.
I can't really say anything about it.
Oh,
but
okay.
It's just a little tease.
That's it.
Sorry.
That's all we
That's
get. Good news
That's
coming next
known
week. We
as
do
a
good news
tease.
every day, Randy.
It's true.
Every day we do good news, but now you're making us wait. All
We'll
right.
have good news next week.
Interestingly enough, that was not in our pre-production meeting.
You know what is, though?
What?
I was talking about the weather alert radios, Colleen, coming up next week.
Okay.
They go out in the mail.
Okay.
They go out in the mail.
So we should be
Look
looking
at these
for
little
them.
things. Alert FM will be delivered to all Madison County homes beginning February the 27th.
All right.
They're like little small compartments. We'll have a special video on later during the show. That's going to be really cool. I think they're the size of really a phone.
Okay. But
And
we're not
about
going
that
to show
thin.
that now?
No, we're not going to show it now. That's coming up. We won't be able to keep watching it.
Okay.
And
All
they're
right.
going to go, what's Randy
Well, what
Colleen
should they
going
be
to do
watching
next?
now?
We also had David Eastham in from the Madison County Health Department. They got great survey results
Okay.
from middle school and high school students in the Madison County school system, he talks about post-COVID survey results.
So let's
that
hear from
survey.
David now.
That's right. Here's David Eastham, everybody. Welcome to Madison County Live. This special segment, Madison County Health Department's David Eastham. David, first of all, if people don't know who you are, tell us about yourself.
I am a health educator with the Madison County Health Department. I work primarily in substance use disorders and primarily in youth substance use prevention.
Okay, all right, fantastic. For more information, where can people go to get a hold of you, David?
The best place would just be to go to the Madison County Health Department website or call the phone number.
All right, and that's Madison County Health, DEPT.org.
Yes.
All right. Hey, David, you have some interesting statistics of, I guess, post-COVID world with middle schoolers and high schoolers. Tell us about it.
So a colleague of mine and I, we do a lot of prevention trainings and classes at the schools.
Okay.
So we were doing that pre-COVID and post-COVID.
Okay.
So one of the questions I always kind of throw in now is, how do you all feel after COVID?
Sure.
So basically the classes as a whole say worse.
Right.
Yeah.
As a whole. Right.
As a whole,
Right.
yes. So first off, I want to thank Madison County Schools for having this data.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They do a survey called the KIP survey.
Okay.
And you can put that in your search engine,
Okay.
Google it, whatever, just
And it'll come right
KIP
up.
survey, and
Okay.
it'll get you there.
Cool. And Madison County Schools does that.
Well, Madison County Schools works with the State
Okay.
Prevention Office.
Okay, to do that.
To
Okay,
do
that's
this
pretty-
survey
that's
every
pretty
2
cool.
years.
Okay.
Yeah, and it is a great source of data.
Okay.
They print out a report every time they do the survey, which is every odd year, I think.
Okay.
And they compare like our district to all the other districts in the state.
See how
so
we
you
rank.
can kind of
Okay.
see, and it's good.
Okay.
We
good,
do
excellent.
really well.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
And this isn't necessarily a highlight of how the schools do. This is just a place that the schools allow them to do the survey.
Okay, got you.
So it kind
Okay.
of shows an overall view of the students' lives.
Okay. Cool.
So
and I know you have some, and I
Yeah.
guess it's the youth or the peer-oriented COVID-19 disrupted their support systems during this post-COVID thing,
So-
and you've got some information about that.
They actually did some of the mental health survey questions in 2018.
Oh, okay.
So things like hopelessness, worthless, feeling worthless, those kind of things. And then they did it again in 2021, so after COVID. And those
what were those
feelings
like?
did about double.
About double. Wow. Okay.
Yes. And we're not talking about huge numbers here.
Sure,
I
sure,
mean,
sure.
we're talking maybe 16% of the
Okay.
students feel
Okay.
that way.
Okay.
But from 8%, that's a pretty big jump.
That's, anytime you double something, I
Yes.
think is pretty. Do you think that's because of the social
Absolutely.
limitations that we had
Yes.
during that? Okay.
And we kind of talk to students, well, why do you feel that way? Well,
Right.
we're afraid our basketball season will get canceled.
True,
Or we're
true.
afraid we can't go hang out with friends.
Right.
Because, youth and adolescents, they're social creatures.
Well, I knew that when, of course, my background is a lot of sports production. So when I knew people started canceling sports events, at that point, I looked at my wife and I said, okay, this is pretty serious.
Yeah, it is not good.
Because it's never happened before.
Yeah.
Right.
And that does leave us with some trauma.
Sure.
What happens again?
Oh, yeah.
I'm
absolutely.
afraid to start basketball. 'Cause
Exactly.
I don't want to lose it again.
Well, and here's
So-
another thing, David, that I had somebody point out to me one time. The whole atmosphere. You may not play basketball, but you may attend those games and get involved in the
Exactly.
activities
Yes.
surrounding those events.
Yes.
And whatever event it is.
Yes, just
Right.
going to a football game on a Friday night is kind of a high school tradition.
That's right. Absolutely.
And that was broken. So
That was broken during that, right.
So just some of the things that we were talking with the students about and with the school staff, things are getting better.
Good. That's
Yeah.
excellent. Good.
Yeah. And the school staff say, we can see the students are getting more comfortable.
Okay.
Things are getting back to normal.
Okay.
So that's a great positive.
That's a great thing, yes.
But if you notice your youth or child, if they're kind of acting different, it's a good time to talk to them.
Right.
So a lot of things you could look for is just, irritability, changes in eating, sleeping.
Okay.
Those kind of things are indicators that something's going on. Something's not right. If your child has changed.
The pattern has
Yes.
kind of shifted. Like you notice little things like, hey, he or she's not doing this.
If
like
you had the
they used
social
to.
butterfly 2 years ago and this person doesn't want to leave their room now, something's different.
Yeah, something is different. That's right.
And, I like to compare it to fishing.
Yep.
Because fishing is a great metaphor for life.
And we're here at the bait and tackle stop.
I always try to throw something in about
Sure,
fishing.
sure.
Yeah. So not every time you ask your child, youth, how they're doing, it's not going to go that well, right? Fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
We get those
Everything's
answers.
good, yes.
But you got to keep casting the line.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good analogy.
And,
I like that.
and
right.
eventually, you're going to be in the right weather conditions.
Nice.
That you're going to get the answer.
Cool.
Yeah. So, and that could be, when you're driving to a restaurant or,
Yeah, it's just those little moments.
when those guards go
Yeah.
down for a
Yeah,
few
I think
minutes
that'll
and
be
you
cool.
get something genuine.
Right.
So that's why it's so important. You don't want to bug them to death.
Right,
And
sure,
ask
sure,
every
sure.
5 minutes. But,
Right. Yeah, harassing teenagers never good.
no, they don't like that.
Right.
But how are you feeling? I've noticed you've seemed a little sad or
Okay.
you've seemed angry. Is everything okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a
Excellent.
check-in.
Right,
So
right.
that's a good thing to remember.
Okay.
And don't take it personally when you get the fine. That's what they do.
It's at that age.
It's
That's
that
right.
age,
Don't take it
yes.
personally.
As a parent of a young adult, I realize
You
that
understand,
this
yes.
stuff is easy to say,
Yep.
harder to do.
That's right.
So don't take it personally. You'll eventually get
That's
the
true.
answer you're looking for.
That's true.
A big thing that I have a problem with, and I'm sure a lot of parents do, especially dads,
Right.
we're fixers.
We try to fix things.
Yep.
We try to tinker. We
Yeah,
try to fix.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I started with my son saying, is this a you just want me to listen issue or is this a you want help issue?
Oh, okay. That's kind of cool.
And for a while, that was not responded very well. But then finally, it was like, I just want you to sit here. I'm
Okay.
mad, but I don't want to do anything about it. I
right.
just want to be mad for a minute. Okay.
Fine. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Or I need you to help me get this class straightened out.
Okay.
So,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay. That's good.
So we're just always practicing.
So you kind of give them options.
Yeah,
I guess.
give
Okay.
them options and realize you're both practicing on
Right.
how to communicate.
Right.
I mean, we'll be practicing until the end,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I mean,
we communicate our whole life.
yeah.
That's for sure.
And we,
Right.
we learn each day how to do things
Right.
differently, and sometimes we do them better, sometimes we do them worse.
That's
So
true. That's true.
Don't put a lot of pressure on you in your
Okay.
youth. Just
Okay. All right.
just be natural, hang out, check in.
Okay. Be
Yeah,
there.
Be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. And try to get them back involved with the things they enjoyed.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. David.
I guess my parting thoughts would be, if things aren't getting better,
Right.
if you continue to see these same patterns or those patterns are getting worse, like the, irritability, depression, not
Right.
leaving, withdrawing, contact the physician that your child sees.
Right. Okay.
That's a good place to start
Okay.
because especially teens, they know confidentiality. And
Sure.
that the doctor can talk
Sure.
to them and they won't necessarily tell the parent or
Exactly.
guardian.
Right. Right.
So
right.
that's a good place to let them know they could start.
Okay.
Or a counselor, they have the same laws of confidentiality.
Sure.
So
Same thing. And of course, you have
yeah.
the crisis line.
the
which-
crisis
right.
line, the 988,
988,
which is
right.
super awesome.
And that's
here.
24/7,
Yeah.
365, folks.
And you can even give that to your youth, and
Okay.
because they can text
Yes.
the crisis line, and that's
Oh, cool.
extremely
Okay, they can
important.
text too. Okay,
Yes.
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, David, if you have a teen, and I always wondered this myself, how long, is there a time limit, or each person kind of different where you said, okay, what I'm doing is not working, I might need to step it up a notch?
Yeah, every person is different.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And that's why it is so important to be
Okay.
there.
Right.
To know.
Okay.
I have a friend that has a child, and this child flourished during COVID
Wow.
because they like
maybe
working
they
on
like
the
that.
computer.
That's true.
And,
I guess if you're an introvert, you're like,
Yeah.
this is great.
Yeah.
I don't like people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you know that
Yeah.
okay, they're doing okay.
Okay, sure.
They didn't change their behavior.
Okay.
This is how they feel comfortable.
Oh,
So yeah,
okay.
it's just important to know your child, know yourself.
Right. Give them options, and like
Give
you
'em
like you
options,
said,
yeah.
everyone's different, so it'll come at different
Exactly.
times.
Yes.
Okay. All right. For
Yeah.
more information, David, where can people get a hold of you? One more time.
Madison County Health Department
Okay.
website, or give us a call.
Okay. All right.
We also have the Youth Impact Team Facebook
Oh yes,
page.
that's right. That's
Yes.
right. Yeah. Tell us about that real quick.
So that is funded through our DFC grant.
Okay.
We try to post weekly, and a lot of it is just mental health information,
Okay.
substance use prevention information, and you can message us on there, and at least one of us will be checking that
Okay.
from time to
All
time.
right. And that's
if you
the
have
Madison
questions.
County Youth
Impact Team.
Impact Team. Okay.
Yes,
And that's
yeah.
on Facebook. That
That's
has
on
its own
Facebook.
page.
Yes,
All right.
yeah,
Check
we
that
have
out.
our own Facebook
Okay.
page, and it can sometimes be a good place for
cool.
resources. We try to share things that we
Right.
come across.
Okay. All right. Check that out, folks.
Yep.
Hey, David, thanks for coming on.
Thank you very much. I always enjoy it.
All right. Hey, folks, thanks for watching. Madison County Live and Good News is brought to you by these great sponsors. Thanks to David for coming on the show. He is a fantastic resource at the Madison County Health Department.
He sure is.
Check him out online and, of course, on their Facebook page.
All right, very good. What's next, Randy?
Now we have the tease to the video of the Alert FM radio.
Randy,
Colleen?
I don't know that coffee for you on Saturday night is a good idea.
Probably not.
Okay, so tell us.
New radios coming out starting next week.
You might have heard just about 35 seconds ago.
Madison County homes and businesses beginning February 27th. These little radios are about this size. They start coming out, and here's a little video peek from the Madison County Emergency Management folks and Mackenzie Davis. Watch this.
Alert FM is your new device for in-home emergency alerts, provided by Madison County Emergency Management Agency and the Chemical Stockpile Emergency Preparedness Program, or CSEP. This device will alert you to chemical emergencies at the Bluegrass Army Depot, as well as severe weather impacting Madison County, Kentucky. These devices should stay with the home or business they were shipped to, because they will only work in the zone they are programmed for. Wondering about your old Advisor Alert radio? We will properly recycle these old units. Simply drop yours off to a recycling container at one of these locations. Madison County Emergency Operations Center, Madison County Road Department North, Madison County Road Department South, or Berea Utilities. If you need further assistance or have questions about Alert FM, please contact Madison County EMA CSEP. Madison County EMA CSEP, your partner in preparedness.
Madison County Live and Good News is brought to you by these great sponsors. Great video. Thanks for Mackenzie. You can see that online. Thanks for her for supplying that video. So watch for them. We're going to get one right here.
Okay, very good.
Am I overly excited about these radios?
You were so excited about these radios, and we appreciate your enthusiasm. We also appreciate Ricky Pryor.
Yes.
She had a special segment for us.
That's right. With the Richmond Register and Berea College, with the Carter G. Woodson Center down at Berea College, Shaka Cummings, she did an interview with him concerning Black History Month at Berea College.
Very good.
Watch this.
Hi, I'm Ricky Pryor, editor of the Richmond Register, and tonight on the Priority Report, we're going to be learning more about Carter G. Woodson, an alumni of Berea College and the father of Black history. Thank you for being here, Shaka. Tell me a little bit about what you do here at Berea College and how it kind of ties into Black History Month and Carter G. Woodson and kind of the mission of your foundation.
Absolutely. So I work as the executive director for the Association for Teaching Black History in Kentucky. It is a mouthful, I know. It is an organization that was founded through a partnership between the Thomas D. Clark Foundation, Berea College, Kentucky State University, and the Muhammad Ali Center. The goal of the association is to make sure that we are elevating the stories and the historical experiences of Black Kentuckians past and present. And we do that by collaborating with educators across the Commonwealth. We have an advisory committee that we're working to form of educators, folks who are in the classroom, folks who are in museums and libraries, who can really show us the direction in terms of where the work needs to go, considering that they are boots on the ground. We are curating resources for those educators and make sure they have everything they need so that way they can teach effective Black history. We are creating programming and thinking about frameworks that we can support our educators in learning so that they can better their craft, especially through that Black history lens. And then we want to see great examples of teaching Black history so that we can celebrate those examples as well. And so as we think about Black history, the association really acts as a service organization to support teachers in the most effective teaching of Black history and leveraging a core competency that Kentucky does well in terms of localized history. So really looking at Black history through that localized Kentucky lens.
Well, and this kind of this personal project of mine is about Carter G. Woodson, who's known as the father of Black history, is an alumni of Berea College, and it seems like back in 1908, he had this idea to have Black history told from African Americans and from their viewpoint, and have that kind of in the forefront of teaching history. And it seems like that's being continued to this day, and being continued in as effective a manner as it can be. So what's it kind of, you're almost kind of like this legacy here. What's that kind of been like?
Well, when you say that, then it's a lot of pressure. But what I will say is that as someone who's been in social studies classrooms for the better part of my 20-year career in education, Carter G. Woodson, to paraphrase him, said that you can't really talk about effective American history without making sure that the Black experience is a part of that American history story. And so as I think about that quote from Carter G. Woodson, as I think about my time in Kentucky classrooms, really that's what we're attempting to center. History is about giving students the opportunity to contextualize events that have happened in the past so they can critically think about how events kind of came about. And really, they can take that context and apply it to modern day, understanding their own personal experiences and where the world has evolved. If we hope to do that, you need to center the different stories. And you have to center those different perspectives. So as we start to talk about the experience of Black Kentuckians, Black Americans, yeah, you're going to need to hear from Black people so that you can get that authentic experience. And that goes with any persons throughout the United States, and especially those who have been marginalized, those whose identities have been oppressed in the past. You hear from their perspectives, and hopefully it lends even more context so that students can think back on those experiences and really start to apply the lessons to the modern day.
And Carter G. Woodson was a teacher. That was one of his life goals, was to become a teacher and an educator. And how is it from teaching Black history? How is that? I know that you had a big conference, was it?
Yeah, we had an event on Martin Luther King Day to support teachers in terms of teaching Black history.
And that's kind of a hot topic in news, and is teaching Black history and how to do that, where some states are making rules to kind of maybe possibly limit what can be taught or what sources can be used. So how kind of difficult, or maybe not difficult, but I mean, how important is it to give resources to educators to effectively teach Black history? And
yeah, absolutely, it's critical, right? What we want to do for educators, having been in the classroom, I know exactly how difficult that job is. What we want to do is we want to make it as easy as possible for educators to leverage core competencies around Black history, with the understanding that not all educators enter the classroom having that experience. It's not necessarily something that's at the forefront of all teacher education preparation programs. If you don't curate your experience to make sure that you learn about Black history content, you may not actually have that experience, and then you don't feel as comfortable in the classroom. And as you mentioned, I mean, when you think about some of the hot button issues that kind of have arisen in recent years around Black history, the last thing we'd want to do is have a teacher put in a situation where they feel uncomfortable, because then they'll just walk away, they'll shy away. And so the association can curate resources, we can curate lesson plans, we can talk about field trip opportunities, and really what we hope to do is, again, leverage competencies that we are already executing well in Kentucky classrooms. We do a great job of talking about Kentucky history and really localizing the understanding of what's happening in our communities and in our counties. Okay, let's do that through the Black lens as well, because there are Black folks all over this wonderful Commonwealth who have really affected where communities are today. So let's make sure that we have those stories that are also a part of that fabric, that tapestry that we are introducing in Kentucky classrooms. And for us, let's make it as easy as possible for teachers. We have a website called thehistoryofrace.com. We have resources that are available. We have lesson plans that are available. There is a conference that was done, I want to say it was done back in 2021. It was done virtually via Zoom. It is pre-recorded, it is all on there, so teachers can hop on that website and get access to all the materials that they'll need. And hopefully it'll make it a little bit easier and ease some of those concerns that they might have. The great thing about the historyofrace.com website as well is that it was curated by Thomas D. Clark Foundation with the assistance of the Kentucky Department of Education. So you know that those lessons are meeting the standards that we have within our state.
Oh, that's That's amazing, because I know that in this day and age, you're always kind of looking for, you know, a roadmap almost of how to, you know, especially for teachers, a lot of educators. I mean, with the pandemic and stuff, I mean, those resources are needed now more than ever.
Absolutely. And one of the great things about the website as well, I think about the social studies teacher in me kind of thinks social studies, but any teacher can go to that website, get resources, and think about how they could apply the content and the resources that are there to their classroom. Any humanities teacher will find something of value, an English teacher, or an art teacher, and I do believe that STEM teachers will find things of value as well, and then be able to apply those to their classrooms, which will hopefully give kids across the Commonwealth a little bit of the Black lens, regardless of the classroom that they're in.
Excellent. Thank you so much for watching tonight's Priority Report. Join me next week when I tell you more news you need to know about.
Thanks to Ricky and, of course, Shaka. He is a great guy.
Yeah.
For more information, check out the Carter G. Woodson. They have a separate website and Facebook page. So check out all their offerings that they have. And I think she's doing another segment with another professor down there next
Very
week.
good.
So,
We'll look forward to seeing that one. All right, Randy, we are wrapping up Heart Month
yes, we
here
are.
in Madison County. There we go.
Or is it like this?
Well, it's any way that you want to do it. But you know what? Exercise with Candace coming up next. Let's get moving.
This is what happens when I see Candace. See? Madison County Live and Good News is brought to you by these great sponsors.
Hey y'all, it's time to exercise with Candace. Let's go ahead and start out with the warm-up. Arm circles, backwards, jumping jacks, elbow to knee, cross that body. Good, hands on your hips, side to side. Hands up, touch your toes. Good, let's go down to the ground and fast feet. Good, have a seat on your bottom, 2 sit-ups. There's 1 and 2. Let's Superman. Superman, and come up. Superman, and come up. Awesome. All right. The dog's outside. They're barking like crazy. Let's jog in place. Super speed, slow motion. All right, so it's the last workout of February. So let's get to moving. So here we go. We're going to squat, jump, squat, jump, squat, jump. Let's keep it going. All right. Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Awesome. All right, next one. Here we go. We're going to go across our body, but this time we're really going to power that knee. And we'll do 2 on each side and then switch. And the last one, let's do jump ropes. We can do them double feet. We can do it skipping. Awesome. All right. Go be great. Push through things that are hard. Have a great one, y'all.
Hey, thanks to Candace. She has her own exclusive playlist on her YouTube channel.
Absolutely.
Exercise with Candace. Like it, share it, but be careful. Always consult your physician before you take on any kind of strenuous exercise.
You got it. Important information. All right, Randy, that wraps us up for this Saturday night. If you can believe it.
This is the wrap time.
That's a wrap, folks. That's a wrap.
Wrap it up. And we're going to wrap it up with what? We want to thank our sponsors.
Of course.
Madison County Emergency Management, Madison County Health Department, Metronet Fiber, and KYmedia.net.
That was impressive, Randy. Yeah.
Now what? We keep rapping?
We'll keep rapping.
Okay, keep rapping.
Cane Paul Fishing Report coming up next. We'll see you Monday. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have coffee on Saturday.
No, that was a bad idea.
Madison County Live and Good News is brought to you by these great sponsors. The weekly Kentucky Fish and Wildlife Fishing Report, brought to you by the Cane Pole in Southern Hills Plaza.
This is Marcy Anderson with the Fishing Report for Southeast Kentucky. Heavy rains last week brought water levels up and has muddied up lakes and rivers in the district. There are some clear water areas to be found on Lake Cumberland and Laurel River Lake down around the dam area, so try fishing long sloping points using jigs to target smallmouth bass. Most of the fish are still somewhat deep in the 20 to 30 foot range. On Lake Cumberland, water temperatures are running in the mid-40s and the crappie bite has been picking up in the upper Cumberland River arm. Striped bass are in the back portions of the main tributaries and are feeding heavily on shad. Walleye spawning will soon be underway, so look to target rocky points, riprap along the dam, as well as headwater rivers. Grubs, minnows, and night crawlers are some good options to try. With Lake Cumberland coming up 13 feet in 5 days, the Corps will be releasing a lot of water to get the lake levels back down, which will make fishing conditions a little bit rough on the tailwater. On Dale Hollow, anglers have been having success catching smallmouth bass. Try using crankbaits in shallow muddy water along the channel banks and points, as well as swim baits in the deeper, clearer water to target them. Largemouth bass are being caught on jigs around woody structure. As you may recall, March 1st marks the start of a new license year, so make sure you get your new license before heading out on the water. Also, the new license year brings some regulation changes, so check the fishing guide to see if anything has changed at your favorite lake. So as always, good luck and stay safe out on the water.
Things that folks need: food, shelter, clothing, medical care, transportation, and more. That's where the GoDirectory.info website comes in. Community agencies and churches are providing services that folks need across Madison and Estill counties, including Richmond, Berea, and Irvin. We're bringing everyone together for the common good. Visit GoDirectory.info now and see how you or your agency and organization can make our community stronger by combining all of our individual strengths into one solid, purpose-driven mission.
Becoming a new parent can be an overwhelming experience, and babies don't come with instruction manuals. The HANDS program is available to answer your questions and provide you with the needed support. The HANDS program is free and available to new and expectant moms and for dads by joining the program during pregnancy or any time before the child is 3 months old. Let us help you handle the stresses that new families face by calling the Madison County Health Department, 859-626-4263.
Metro Net Fiber. Love your internet. 100% fiber optic network for home, office, education, and business.
The Home and Community-Based Waiver Program, funded by Medicaid and administered through the Madison County Health Department, enables senior adults or persons of any age with disabilities to continue to live in their own homes. Attendant care services include light housekeeping, personal care assistance, mobility assistance, and other services. Call the Home and Community-Based Waiver Program today to speak to program staff at 859-623-3441. That's 859-623-3441.
Good news, weather, sports, events, cooking, music, and more right here on your Madison County Weather Channel. Watch at MadisonKYLive.com, YouTube, Facebook, and Roku. Visit MadisonKYLive.com 24/7 and watch good news, local weather forecasts, daily sports updates, and upcoming events 24/7. Madison County Live. It's good news.